Hello and welcome to this video that will show you how to fly. How to fly. Since the dawn of human, we have tried our very best to learn how to fly. Some people have tried to jump from tables and cupboards and even chairs, but unfortunately many have fallen to their deaths as a result. Where they have failed, I have successfully managed to come up with faultless ways to be able to achieve flight, and that's without the need of an aeroplane or like a helicopter at hand. In order to fly, this is what you will need. A good set of arms. One of the biggest aspects of flight is having a sturdy and streamlined set of arms. Now, I've been very observant and I've noticed that other species, such as the pigeon, they use their arms and they flap their arms just like this in a flapping motion, and this allows them to fly. Using common sense and science, I have deduced that pigeons and humans are basically the same thing, just minus the feathers. Therefore, it makes sense that if us humans flap our arms really hard, just like this, then we should take off and fly. What else will you need? A flight takeoff zone. There are a couple of aspects to this. For seasoned professionals, they can pretty much take off from most areas very easily. For amateurs though, they're going to struggle a little. If you're an amateur flyer, then it may be best to use a more springy surface, and that should help you to fly a lot more easily. Another thing to bear in mind is that you really want to be learning how to fly outside. If you do finally manage to succeed at flying indoors, there is a good chance that you could end up banging your head on the ceiling or the roof as you end up flying straight through it. And that could do an unmeasurable amount of damage to your bank account for the repairs that will be needed. Therefore, for the safety of your money, then please do this outside. Just don't do it indoors, I wouldn't risk it. I happen to be an expert flyer, so I do not need to worry about such things as these. A sturdy cape. The final thing that you're going to need is a cape, and that's going to help you to glide ever so slowly and gently back down to earth while you're mid-flight. There's a variety of different capes out on the market, but I like to wear this particular cape, which is made out of towel. And the reason why I like to wear this is because it's very good at absorbing the rain. So when I'm flying high up in the stratosphere, then this kind of protects me, keeps me very dry while I'm flying up there. So maybe something that you want to consider wearing for yourself. Something like this, maybe. So now that you've gathered everything that you need in order to be able to fly, then the next step will just simply be to fly. Right, so I've got my cape correctly installed now, and I'll be using this bed as the flight takeoff zone. So I think we're all set now to begin our flight to space. So let's begin. Just get onto the flight pad, just like this. So we're on the flight zone. Now, you may want to do a few stretches because it could be a long flight. You could be flying up there for a very long time. So just do a few stretches just to keep you loose and like nimble. So something like this could work. Okay, so that's done. Now we just need to make sure that the launch pad where we're going to be taking off from is clear. So just make sure that there's no other planes or people that are trying to take off, because that could be dangerous, that's a hazard. So just looking. No, I don't think there's anyone here. So I think we're all good. We're all good to go. Okay. So it's probably best to stand, because then you can kind of launch yourself very easily upwards. That's what I do when I'm practicing my flight. Okay, so I'm standing now, and you may want to kind of launch yourself off the bed in this kind of direction. Now if you remember, this is just a demonstration on how to fly, so I'm not going to be flying for too long. This is just really the basics on how to fly. Okay, so what you want to do, stand right to the end of the bed, just like this. And so now we have to use the pigeon technique. So you flap your arms just like this. You need to flap them really hard, just like that. And I should be able to fly now. I should be able to fly. If you'll notice, you'll realise that I didn't actually fly for that long. And the reason for that was because my cape was too short. I needed a bigger cape. Thankfully, I have corrected that. So we should now be able to take off and fly for a good 20 hours. So I'll just give that a go. Okay. There's no one else around, so we're good to go again. Okay. Here we go. Oh, this is better. And that completes the tutorial on how to fly. I'm guessing that you're no longer watching this video now because you've successfully managed to fly yourself and are currently enjoying it so much that you're up in the sky and just flying through the clouds as we speak. For those of you that are still stuck on the ground and are not quite at the heights that you want to be at, then don't worry at all. I'll show you one last demonstration on how to fly, and hopefully that's going to spur you on and get you to the level where you're flying so high in the sky. Now, I've got my mini cape on. This is another kind of cape you can wear. So let's just show you that demonstration now. Here is the final demonstration.